Good morning, YouTube. It's Alex Online, and this is 7 things we could see in Grand Theft Auto 6. Alright, so in this video, we're going to go through 7 things that I think could be in Grand Theft Auto 6, and then at the end of each section, I'm going to give them a rating on their probability of being in the game. First off, docking boats, kind of a gimme, but hear me out. In GTA 5, you have docks all over the place, but we can't dock up anywhere. You can kind of park at a dock, but it's not the same. But I feel like in 6, there's gonna be some sort of docking system, because we're gonna be traveling by boat a lot more often. So I anticipate being able to just dock up wherever, and then leave our personal vehicle, or personal boat wherever we were last at. While I was filming for this video, actually, I realized that they already added a docking mechanic to the yacht. Press right on the D-pad, the magic everything button, and then it will dock itself. No docking at an actual dock, which is interesting, but you can, so it's like the precursor. So I feel like if we can, it's already in the game, so it's only, they only need to implement it game-wide, which I feel like is almost certain. That is why it's been rated. Number 2 is Skunk Ape, which is another pretty almost certain scenario for us. Rockstar's included some version of Bigfoot for the past 4 games. It's going to be super cool. Hopefully it's super scary. I'm excited to check it out. The Florida classic, Skunk Ape.
Make it stop!
Everyone from Florida knows about the Skunk Ape.
We've lived in these woods 1,000 years.
That's what I've learned. I'm willing to put money that there's going to be some version of it. Number 3, Daytona, or any speedway, really. We have a horse racetrack in GTA 5 at the casino, which is essentially useless, and then they have the motocross track up in Sandy Shores, which is also kind of, it's great for motocross, but especially in online, they've added so many F1 cars and racing cars, NASCAR equivalents. It's like we have all these cars that we want to race. Street racing is great, but give us some hardtop. I know it's not a racing game, but a course or two would be great, and that fits in with the general vibe of Florida. I feel like it's not that crazy, which is why I ranked this one a medium. Number 4, Coral Castle. Coral Castle was built allegedly by one guy, Edward Leeds-Scalnan. So this guy claimed he discovered the secrets of the pyramids, which is how he built Coral Castle on his own as a tribute to his wife. I feel like Rockstar has a pretty good history with including folk art and landmarks in the games. Like they included 2 instances of the Watts Towers. The first of which would be in San Andreas, where they have the weird skate park / pool Watts Towers that you can go to right there. And then I think it's a Rancho district. And then they also appear in Grand Theft Auto 5 as a more true-to-life representation. I played Grand Theft Auto, before I ever went to California. So when I did end up going, I wanted to go to Salvation Mountain. I wanted to go to Watts Towers and things like that. So I feel like it's likely to be in the game because it's a cool, unique location that's kind of mysterious. That fits into kind of Rockstar's general vibe. As I was researching, the probability of it started to go up in my head, but I still think it's probably about a medium. Number 5 is Disney World and Orlando. I feel like the most iconic thing about Orlando is Disney World. We gotta have some sort of theme park. And we've had, we had the whole Coney Island in GTA 4, then we had Pleasure Pier in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I feel like it would just be a cool location. If they need to shut the weapons off, then so be it. Same thing with malls or whatever. It's like, I would love to have these locations in the game. I feel like they add to the realism. If it's more of a public safety concern, then, we'll deal with it. But these games are going to continue to be more and more realistic, so we're going to have realistic locations, whether we like it or not. But I get the concern. Just how cool would it be to have a whole theme park that you could go to with your friends that was fleshed out and, you know, had a lot of personality and life to it? Because I assume Rockstar is building this game now for longevity, where Grand Theft Auto 5 wasn't expected to survive this long. So the more we can interact with each other without violence, I feel like is a great way for this game, as it kind of leans more into a weird Sims Second Life type of ecosystem. To me personally, I would rather have a Disney World than a Orlando. There's just too many theme parks in Florida to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? So the probability on Disney and Orlando, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I dream about it, the more I wish for it. I just feel like it's pretty low on the list. I would say probability low at this point. They could surprise us with anything. I feel like the north part of the map is still kind of a mystery, so we will certainly see. But it's exciting. I mean, a boy can dream. We would love to have a theme park and another cool place to visit in the game. Number 6 is Tropical Islands. You know, smuggling is going to be a big part of at least the early game, so if you're smuggling something, you're smuggling it from somewhere. It'd be really cool to have the Bermuda Triangle represented in the game in some fashion, but granted, Bermuda is way, way up in the Atlantic. So if you had a couple islands just dotted out there in the ocean, I feel like that adds more variation, you know, and we stop running into the problem in GTA 5 when we're driving on the two same freeways for 12 years. This one, we could be driving across the map to a Port Gellhorn, could be driving south to the Keys, could be driving north to Mount Caliga and or whatever else they're hiding up there. Also, you could hop in a boat and go to hopefully a few different tropical islands in the Bahamas and all sorts of things with Cuba. Possibilities are really endless. So many islands down there. So exciting too. I feel like that would be a fun little secret. Cayo Perico is a fun, interesting spot in GTA Online, so why not kind of expand on that and give us a few more islands, places to own property, live, explore. There's so many different planes in the game now with multiple airports. I feel like, you know, you could have smaller airports out on these islands that you could kind of trek out to. Cayo was a loading screen, and now it could just be off in the distance, which is a cool possibility. And that actually leads us into my final point, which is the most controversial, but Saint Denis. I just feel like it'd be really cool to see it 130 years in the future. I feel like New Orleans as a city has a lot of character and interesting personality that would translate well into a Grand Theft Auto location. It would be a cool location to explore. It would be a cool location just to see visually. I think it would add some diversity to the Florida vibes of the rest of the game. And I know there's Gloriana, and didn't even include Atlanta because I don't think Atlanta's even a chance. That would also be crazy. It's fair to expect some portion of Gloriana. I feel like Red Dead had 6 or 7 states, so why can't we have a state and a half, maybe 2 states in Grand Theft Auto 6? I just think it would be cool to revisit. The possibilities are really endless, and I hope they really do diversify a bit if they're truly planning on this being a 15-year game. The probability of it, very low. Very, very subterranean. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. I'm Alex Online, and this is my first real YouTube video, so I appreciate all of your support. If you have your own theories to what's in Grand Theft Auto 6, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.
Evolution is a bitch.